Hello and welcome to the viewers of this video. This is the Orange Fan here, bringing you another entry for the episode Recap and Thoughts category. This video will be dedicated to the FUNimation dub of episode 99 of Dragonball Super. Picking up where we last left off, we begin this episode with almost all of the characters currently in the Null Realm, both fighters and spectators alike, still in shock over Universe 9 being erased from existence. Goku reminds Vegeta that this isn't the first time that the two of them saw something like this happen. He brings up when Future Zeno erased Future Trunks' timeline from existence in order to stop Infinite Zamasu. Universe 9's angel assistant takes the loss of Universe 9 extremely well, and he even admits that he expected this to happen. Universe 1's Supreme Kai calls the loss of Universe 9 a necessary sacrifice, or something along those lines at least, and he also acknowledges that Goku's reminder to Zeno about the tournament was what allowed the already doomed universes a chance to survive. Vados already says her goodbyes to Champa, much to the annoyance of Universe 6's destroyer, while Gohan and Piccolo notice Krillin, Tien, and Master Roshi's reactions to Universe 9 being erased from existence. Even Frieza seems unsettled by the Omnikeen's actions despite their harmless-looking appearances, and he vows that he will rule over even the Omnikeens. Android 17 notices how Android 18 is unnerved by the loss of Universe 9, but he admits that he isn't really unnerved. He also comments that he noticed how his twin sister has become kinder, and he's glad about that. Android 17 also suggests to Android 18 that the two of them take advantage of their infinite energy for the rest of the tournament, because their infinite energy means that they have infinite stamina. The Omnikeens don't seem to understand why the fighting stopped, but the Grand Minister assures them that it will be starting again really soon. He comments something along the lines about how the more resilient fighters are getting back into the swing of things. Goku and Vegeta remind each other not to waste their energy throughout the tournament, and then they split up to find other opponents to fight. The episode then focuses on Vegeta. Vegeta transforms to the Super Saiyan form in order to fight Hit, but Botamo gets in his way and Hit heads off somewhere else. Botamo says that he's not going to be defeated the same way he was defeated during the Tournament of Destroyers, but Vegeta manages to tie up Botamo's arms, and then he picks up Botamo, intending to throw him off of the arena. But Automagetta attacks Vegeta, which interrupts this plan, and Botamo has a chance to untangle his arms. Meanwhile, we see the humanoid bird fighter from Universe 10 is trying to attack Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin, Tien, and Master Roshi. Supplementary material reveals the bird fighter's name to be Diem, and he's voiced by John Bergmeyer. The 5 characters from Universe 7 that are sticking to the teamwork plan, they naturally use teamwork in order to knock Diem off of the arena, much to Ramush's frustrations. Back with Vegeta, Botamo covers Automagetta's ears so that Magetta won't hear Vegeta's insults. Botamo also calls the teamwork between himself and Magetta. Yes, Botamo calls this teamwork Bota Magetta. Meanwhile, we see Android 18 is now fighting against a green werewolf from Universe 4. Kitella reveals that the werewolf's name is Shosa, and Shosa is voiced by Brian Olvera. Android 18 quickly finds out that Shosa is very good at playing dead, because Shosa uses his skills at playing dead in order to ambush Android 18 when her guard is down, and he ambushes her with a barrage of attacks that look like they're going to knock her out of the arena. But Krillin manages to catch Android 18, and he uses an energy blast in order to propel the both of them back to the arena. So they're both safe. They didn't get knocked out of the arena. The husband and wife duo then use a strategy that they came up with to fight Shosa. They throw an energy blast back and forth to each other, which causes the energy blast to get bigger and faster. And then they use this energy blast in order to knock Shosa out of the arena. Nink comforts Shosa while Kitella becomes annoyed about this. And then a humanoid green fox from Universe 4 attacks Krillin. Android 18 counterattacks against the green fox. Beerus notes how most of the fighters seem to be singling out the 7th Universe team, and Shin comments that most of these fighters are rather ungrateful considering the fact that Goku's reminder to Zeno about the tournament is what gave the already doomed universes a chance to survive. The Green Fox, voiced by Chris Weckamp, compliments Android 18 for landing a surprise attack on him, but he says that he's not going to let his guard down again. Krillin then gives Android 18 Master Roshi's sunglasses, and he uses the 100 times solar flare. But it doesn't work on the Green Fox because we quickly find out that the Green Fox is blind. Android 18 figures out that the blind fox is using his sense of smell in order to find his opponents. So knowing this, Krillin takes off one of his shoes and he throws it onto the nose of the blind fox, which very much distracts him, to say the least. And then Krillin uses a Kamehameha in order to knock the blind fox out of the arena. The Grand Minister declares the blind fox has been eliminated from the tournament, and he also reveals that the blind fox's name is Majora. Yes, like the mask from the Legend of Zelda franchise. Although they use the Majora. Yes, they use the Majora pronunciation for the Dragon Ball Super character's name, but potato. I'm going to stick with the Majora pronunciation. I'm used to that pronunciation. So, again, potato. But yes, so after the Grand Minister has declared Majora has been eliminated from the tournament, the Omni Kings tap his image on the God Pad to indicate that Majora is no longer part of the tournament. Nink and Shosa both comfort Majora, and Kitella becomes even more annoyed. Krillin reclaims his shoe, and he's patting himself on the back for a job well done. But then he's knocked out of the arena by Frost, who uses a sneak attack, and then Frost escapes before Android 18 can attack Frost. Beerus shouts at Krillin for letting his guard down like that, and Shin glares at Krillin even though he's calmly saying that he isn't too angry. Beerus then calms down though, and he tells Krillin that all Krillin can do at this point in time is just cheer his teammates on. Krillin is hoping that his teammates will be able to do well. Krillin comments about how his teammates are going to... Krillin comments that his teammates are going to have to fight harder now that Krillin's out of the tournament, and the narrator indicates that there are 43 minutes left in the Tournament of Power, and that is how we end this episode. Okay, so this is the third episode for the Tournament of Power itself. Yes, this is the third episode to feature the actual Tournament of Power itself. And this is the episode where the 7th Universe team has lost a fighter. The 7th Universe team has a fighter that was eliminated from the tournament. And in this case, it was Krillin. And I know some fans were rather disappointed that Krillin was the first fighter to be from the 7th Universe team that was eliminated from the tournament. Although, when you compare the anime with the manga, or the manga if you prefer, I would say Krillin lucked out more in the anime, or Krillin, I would say that the anime interpretation was the lesser evil compared to the manga interpretation. Because here in the anime, Krillin at least did get a few shining moments. He was able to work together with Gohan, Piccolo, Tien, and Master Roshi, and he got to work together with Android 18. So he did get some moments. He did help in eliminating some opponents from the tournament. And yeah, he did get a little more to do compared to the manga version where Krillin got knocked out of the arena without really having a chance to do much of anything. So yes, I definitely sympathize with Krillin fans, how Krillin was knocked out of the arena pretty early on in the tournament, but I would consider the anime interpretation to be the lesser evil compared to the manga interpretation. So I still think Krillin, yeah, compared to the other version of this saga, Krillin got a better deal here than he did in the other version. And speaking of, yes, Krillin's teamwork with Android 18 was pretty heartwarming because they're a married couple. So seeing the married couple work together and use teamwork in order to defeat opponents, I thought that was very heartwarming. And we also got to see Android 18 interact with her twin brother, Android 17. And yes, we get to see, so yes, you could say we got to see some sibling bonding and some married couple bonding for Android 18. The sibling bonding naturally with Android 17, while we got to see the married couple bonding with Krillin. So yes, we got to see Android 18 bond with some other characters in this episode. And this episode helps to highlight, or yes, this episode in particular really highlights why I'm glad that Meredith McCoy is voicing Android 18 again in the Funimation dub. Yes, I have nothing against Colleen Clinkenbeard. It's just that I'm not the biggest fan of her interpretation of Android 18 compared to Meredith McCoy's take on Android 18. I feel Meredith McCoy's Android 18 has better chemistry with Chuck Huber's Android 17 and Sunny Straight's Krillin. That's mainly the main... Yes, that's the main reason why I'm glad Android 18 is back voicing, or why Meredith McCoy is back voicing Android 18. That's the main reason I'm glad Meredith McCoy is voicing Android 18 again. I feel she has better chemistry with the Funimation voice artists for Krillin and Android 17. Now, for other details, yes, going along with the teamwork idea, while we did get to see 5 of the 7th Universe team characters using teamwork against Diem from Universe 10, we also got to see some teamwork between 2 Universe 6 characters, Botamo and Automagetta, or Bota Magetta. That's what Botamo called their teamwork. So we did get to see some teamwork there too from other universes. So it's not just the 7th Universe team that are trying to go with the teamwork plan. Well, at least some of the Universe 7 characters, but you get what I mean. And we also got to see a little bit more of the Universe 4 team in action here. The Universe 4 team definitely seems to favor being deceptive or sneaky. Yeah, back with Nink too, because Nink kind of ambushed Goku by he grabbed Goku when Goku wasn't really paying attention, and we saw here with how Shosa had his playing dead routine, and Majora was also being pretty sneaky too. He kind of sneak attacked Krillin, although Android 18 managed to sneak attack Majora. But yes, the Universe 4 team definitely seems to favor being sneaky. And that's right, Frost. Yes, Frost is a Universe 6 character, but we did see back in the Tournament of Destroyers that Frost could be really sneaky and deceptive too. And he proved that here when he knocked out Krillin. And that's another reason. I think some people... I do think Krillin got a better deal here in the anime compared to the manga. And part of that is also because Krillin getting knocked out of the arena was more of a sneak attack on Frost's part rather than Krillin. But yeah, all things considered, I do think Krillin got a better deal here than he did in the other version of this saga. But yeah, we also got to see how Frost is a really sneaky fighter still. Now, the other details, that's right. Unless I'm mistaken, and I admit I could be mistaken just because it's hard to keep track of 80 fighters at once, but I think all of the natural flyers or the winged fighters might already be eliminated from the Tournament of Power. From what I remember, there was Universe 9 had a winged fighter, and then Universe 10 had 2 winged fighters. So I think at this point, all the natural flyers or the winged fighters have been eliminated from the tournament. I might still be mistaken because, again, hard to keep track of 80 fighters at once. But yes, I think all the natural flyers have been eliminated from the tournament now. And some would say that's, yeah, some people think that there is some humor that the characters that actually are allowed to fly in the tournament were taken out of the tournament pretty early on. So otherwise, is there any other big things we can talk about? Oh yes, there is. Frieza. Yeah, Frieza made comments about how he wants to rule over even the Omni-King. So that definitely added to the speculation for some fans back when the sub version of this episode had aired. Similar to how the previous episode, the way the Universe 9 Angel Assistant and the Grand Minister were smirking at the end, that kind of inspired some speculation for some fans too. So, and of course, those who've seen the sub version, they read the manga, or they just read up on it, they know how the Universe Survival Saga ends. But like I said, I'm going to hold off on saying any of that until we reach the end of the Universe Survival Saga with the Funimation dub. So we'll cross that bridge eventually, but not here, not right now. Now, I guess some other details. Oh, that's right. It was a small detail, but I did like how they indirectly acknowledged Zamasu again. Yes, they didn't explicitly say Zamasu's name, but they did show Infinite Zamasu during the flashback when Goku was reminding Vegeta about how Future Zeno erased Future Trunks' timeline from existence in order to stop Infinite Zamasu. And I did appreciate that. I do appreciate that they're still acknowledging Zamasu, even though he's been defeated now. It shows how Zamasu really left a big impact. Yes, Zamasu really only appeared in the Zamasu saga, which was the saga right before this one, but he already still left a pretty big impact. And it's especially notable because really, yeah, I would say Zamasu's really the only actual main villain in Dragon Ball Super. Beerus and Champa are really more Type 4 anti-villains or nominal villains. They're really more petty entitled jerks at their absolute worst, rather than being outright evil. Frieza was a villain who originated from Dragon Ball Z, not to mention Frieza is a teeth-clenched ally right now in the Universe Survival Saga. And yeah, depending on who you would count, depending on which characters you would consider to be the main villains of the Universe Survival Saga, they still wouldn't really necessarily be evil, I would argue, or yeah, I guess it would depend on if you consider the Universe Survival Saga to have a main villain or a big bad. Even then, they kind of would probably be in a similar boat to Beerus and Champa being, like, not really evil. I mean, at most, we have other universes fighters trying to survive, but they do mostly come off being ungrateful jerks at their worst. But yeah, Zamasu's really the only actual main villain in Dragon Ball Super so far, and yeah, he definitely left a big impact despite despite the fact that he only had one saga to himself. He still left a pretty big impact all the same. Oh, and while I'm thinking about the ungrateful jerks from the other universes, that brings up another thing I appreciated about this episode. The Universe 1 Supreme Kai and Shin both acknowledged that Goku reminding Zeno about the tournament was a good thing, and I did appreciate how Shin also called out Shin called out some of the other beings from other universes for being ungrateful jerks about the whole thing. Because I've mentioned it before, I find it really irritating how certain characters in the show, and even some fans in real life, keep insisting that Goku is at fault for the universes being doomed. Or, yeah, some fans and some characters keep perpetuating the idea that Goku doomed multiple universes because he wanted a good fight by reminding Zeno about the tournament. And I find this particularly frustrating because it's already been established by the Grand Minister that they were already going to erase the low mortal level universes anyway. And some fans still try to gloss over that by saying something like, oh, well, Goku still helped the Omni-Kings with their decision. It was like, no, he didn't. If anything, Goku's reminder is what gave... Yeah, The Grand Minister already admitted that the low mortal level universes were going to be erased from existence anyway. All Goku's reminder did was give them a chance to survive, and it ensures that one of them will survive. So yes, I would consider Goku's reminder, or the result of Goku's reminder, to be the lesser evil compared to the alternative, which would have been all low mortal level universes would be erased from existence without a chance to save themselves. So yeah, again, it's getting really obnoxious how there are some characters and some fans that keep perpetuating the idea that Goku is at fault for multiple universes being doomed, when really his reminder actually is a better alternative to what would have happened. And so I do appreciate how some characters in the show are recognizing this, and some characters are calling out some of the other characters for being ungrateful jerks about it. So there we go, yeah. So yes, I would say that's about it. So yes, overall, I do think Krillin got a pretty good showing, even though he was eliminated from the tournament early on. Like I said, I do consider the anime take to be the lesser evil compared to the manga take. And it was pretty cool that we got to see a little bit more of the Universe 4 team. We got to see members of the Universe 6 team use teamwork. And we also got to see Krillin use teamwork not just with 4 other Universe 7 characters, but with Android 18. And like I said, I do like how we got to see Android 18's interactions with her husband, Krillin, and her twin brother, Android 17. And so with all of that, I also liked Zamasu being acknowledged, even if it wasn't directly. So yes, there we go. We've now discussed 99 episodes of Dragon Ball Super on this channel. That means, yes, we're going to be reaching the triple-digit episode numbers. Yes, the triple-digit episode numbers are going to be coming up now for the Funimation dub anyway. So we'll be sure to talk about those episodes when we cover those recap and thoughts videos when the dub episodes air on Toonami. But yes, we're getting to the 100 episode milestone for Dragon Ball Super, and it is going to be a pretty important, I would say it's a pretty important one, to put it vaguely, for the dub-only viewers. But otherwise, there we go for now. So as of this video, we've now discussed the Funimation dub of episode 99 of Dragon Ball Super on this channel. Take care, and until next time.